This captain's drinking habit nearly killed everyone on board. As soon as he boarded the plane, he secretly poured a small bottle of vodka into his juice. Seeing no one watching, he added another bottle of liquor, then expertly tossed the empties in the trash before taking a satisfying sip of his spiked orange juice. The head flight attendant caught a whiff of alcohol but was clearly used to it. The only one shocked was the co-pilot. This was his first time flying with this captain, and his face showed complete disbelief. What he didn't know was that the captain was already drunk before boarding. Soon, reeking of alcohol, the captain passed out cold. Judging by the head attendant's reaction, this clearly wasn't the captain's first time pulling this stunt. Fortunately, the flight remained smooth, and their destination grew closer. The co-pilot took control and began preparing for landing. That's when disaster struck. The cabin started shaking violently, terrifying both passengers and crew. Only the newly awakened captain remained calm. The co-pilot discovered the plane's elevators seemed to have malfunctioned. The captain calmly instructed the attendants to reassure passengers. But the next second, the plane suddenly went into a steep nosedive. A flight attendant who hadn't made it back to her seat was thrown across the cabin. The co-pilot frantically pulled the speed brakes, but the plane kept plummeting. Every passenger in the cabin held their breath. The captain immediately contacted air traffic control to report an emergency landing, but at their current descent rate, their chances of survival were basically zero. To slow the plane, the captain quickly dumped fuel, but it didn't help. The plane was heading straight for the ground. That's when the captain made a shocking decision. He would flip the plane upside down. The co-pilot was stunned, speechless. After asking the head attendant to pass on his final words to his son, the captain immediately began the inversion maneuver. The cabin started tilting. Neither passengers nor crew had any idea what was about to happen. With help from the co-pilot and head attendant, the captain retracted the landing gear and completed the inversion just 2,600 feet from the ground. Although the inversion stopped the dive temporarily, dumping fuel had killed the engines. They couldn't make it to the airport, and the engines caught fire. With no time to think, the captain made a bold call: find an emergency landing spot. He managed to flip the plane back upright, but both engines were completely dead. They were just gliding. In the open field ahead, a church suddenly came into view. Despite the captain's desperate attempts to adjust, he could only watch helplessly as one wing clipped the church. In that moment, everyone in the cabin was powerless, silently awaiting their fate. Luckily, the plane wasn't going fast by then, and thanks to the captain's cool-headed decisions, most passengers survived the crash. When the captain woke up again, he was lying in a hospital bed. Watching the news footage, he still didn't know how many had survived. That's when his buddy Mike walked in. He told the captain that without his perfect flying skills, no one would have made it out alive. Out of 102 people on board, 96 survived. 2 flight attendants and 6 passengers died. The outcome was nothing short of a miracle. But trouble came knocking soon enough. After he recovered and left the hospital, his lawyer told him that while the crash was due to mechanical failure, the hospital had taken blood samples from all crew members. The results were damning. He'd been flying drunk. Plus, investigators found 2 empty vodka bottles on the plane. Getting caught doing this meant prison time. Some said if it wasn't for the captain's incredible flying skills, so many wouldn't have survived. Others said if he hadn't been drunk, no one would have died at all. In the end, the man owned up to his mistakes